everyone! So I am back for another video about stuttering on this channel. But first of all, I would like to mention the fact that this channel reached 500 subscribers. Like, what? I didn't expect that at all, just letting you know that. I did not think that, like, that many people would want to watch me talk about stuttering. Thank you guys, that's amazing. I hope that these videos are helping you as much as they can. So this video, as you can see from the title, is a Q&A. On Instagram and on Facebook, I asked you guys to ask me questions or suggest topics that I should talk about in this video, and so that's what I'm doing right now. So one of the questions I got on Facebook that had like, I think it was like 9 thumbs up in total, was how to find a job and how to deal with job interviews. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the best person to ask about this question because I've had the same job at McDonald's for the past 4 years, and like since I'm only 19, I haven't really gone to many job interviews. I've only gone to 2, so that's not a lot at all. And but I will be going for more job interviews in the next couple of years, so yeah. All I'm really going to do is tell you what I think about that situation and stuff, and hopefully it helps you out a little bit. I would say when going into a job interview to make sure you remain calm. Because for stutterers, remaining calm I feel like is a really big thing to making your speech clear. When you get more nervous and think about the situation more and more, then your stuttering gets worse. Rather than focus on the stuttering, like worrying about if you're going to stutter or not, focus on the questions that they're asking you, and focus on the answers that you are going to answer to the questions. I know that is a lot harder said than done, but just try your best to not focus on your stuttering. Also, remember that stuttering is only one tiny component to your entire self. Like, you have so many other and better qualities than stuttering. So when you are in the job interview, make sure that, I would say, like, if it's a job that has to do a lot with talking, and talking is a big aspect to the job, then I would say to mention your stutter, but don't talk about it in a negative way. Just say like, oh yeah, I have a stuttering condition, but it shouldn't be that big of an issue, and I have so many better qualities that fit the job other than that. So yeah, if you are talking about your stuttering to a job interview person, I would suggest maybe, yeah, like saying that you have more qualities than just your stutter. I hope that was enough advice for going into job interviews. If you would like me to talk more about that, I can in a future video. The next question that I got was, do you stutter when you are alone? Now, obviously I'm alone right now, besides my cat who's over there. I don't tend to stutter when I'm alone, except for when I'm practicing speaking, because sometimes I will grab a book and I will read out loud and practice talking, and at that point is when I will stutter more. But I think it's because I am trying my best to not stutter, so it's making the stutter more evident. So I don't stutter a lot when I'm alone, but a little bit, depending on the situation. The next question I got is, how do you accept being a stutterer, and how can I be open about it to my friends and family and people at work? I would say to remind yourself that there is nothing to be ashamed of. As you can see from like all of these videos and like the views that I get on these videos, you are not alone. And although stuttering seems like such a bad thing, you're not the one, you can't really control it. It's not your fault, so you shouldn't be ashamed that you can't speak as perfectly as the other person beside you. You should not be ashamed about it. It's just like if you're comparing it to a mental illness, like with somebody with depression or anxiety. They can't help that they have depression or anxiety. It just happens. And many of them are ashamed to talk about it because they feel, oh, it's so weird, I'm so different than everyone else. Although they have that mental illness, does it make them different from you? Does it take away all their positive aspects? It doesn't. So you should just remember that stuttering, it might seem like it's a part of you, but it's just a tiny part of a huge person. If that makes sense. If you have a rough day with your stutter, don't be afraid to talk to your friends and family about it. It's no different to them having a rough day, it's just that yours had to do with your stutter, and that's completely okay. You should talk about it to your parents. Like, although they can't really do anything to make it go away, just talking about your struggles and your stuttering, in my opinion, helps so much. It just helps to kind of accept it and be like, oh, I stutter, but it's okay. The next tip that I have is just to remember that, like, that stuttering is okay. Like, if you stutter, don't try not to think about it a lot. Be like, oh, I just stuttered, but that's okay. It's okay. Like, you are a stutterer, and that's okay. Also, remind yourself that trying your best is okay. There are a lot of people who are ashamed of their stutter because they feel like they could have gotten rid of it or they could have spoke better than they did. But if you tried your best, if you used your strategies, if you were calm and didn't have any nerves but you still stuttered, don't be ashamed about it because you tried your best, but it still happened, and now that moment is over with and it's behind you. You don't have to continue to think about it, although that is very hard sometimes. And lastly, take it day by day. Struggles are very hard to deal with. With stuttering, we deal with the struggle every single day and every single time we open our mouths. So just remember that maybe tomorrow will be better. Think about, I can do better and I will. And if you don't, it's okay. Having a positive mind and a positive attitude towards stuttering is very important. You are not the only one. I wrote down a bunch of points on my computer and that's what I kept on looking at during the video. I really hope that I described everything well and that it helped at least one of you, hopefully. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, you can leave those in the comments of this video and I will be sure to answer them in my next video. I hope that you have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.